don't need to film this thing 20 times.
Hello! Welcome back to the channel. My name is Melanie. Super jazzed to be here as always. Today we are going to be doing a new moon ritual, working with the zodiac sign that the new moon falls in to kind of set us up for the next lunar cycle and work with those lovely lunar energies. This new moon falls in Pisces. If you are unfamiliar with new moon rituals, the time of the new moon or the dark moon is often utilized in paganism, new age spirituality, whatever you'd like to classify it as a time to sow seeds. It's the new beginning, planting of new ideas, intentions, hopes, and dreams. I like to use the new moon energy to set kind of intentions and focuses for the duration of the next lunar cycle. So in this new moon ritual, we are going to discuss the Piscean archetype, figure out the energies we want to utilize and some of the energies we want to watch out for. We'll talk about the 12th house, which is the house that Pisces rules in the zodiac. Once we discuss the archetype and the energy structure that we're working with, we will then focus in on some clear intentions. After that, we'll do a little bit of visualization / meditation time where you can really hone in and feel into the intentions you're setting so you know that they are right for you, or if you need to make some adjustments. It's just a really relaxing moment to take and reflect inward on what you would like to be working on. Once we've done that, we will connect some positive affirmations or sayings that we can utilize throughout the duration of the next lunar cycle to really solidify and drive home those intentions. It really brings it into the real world for you and allows you to have little positive reinforcements and reminders that can help strengthen and focus your energy around this intention. They're just nice little friendly reminders. So Pisces is a mutable water sign and is the ruler of the 12th house. Let's break that down. Mutable is the modality of the sign. They are very easily and willingly adaptable. They change, and because of this, they can kind of come across as scattered or very easily swayed in a different direction. They are willing to go with the flow a lot of the time. They don't need to start or initiate the change, but if change is happening, they will easily flow along with it. They also don't hold fast to particular belief systems or structures, be it in a spiritual sense, religious sense, or even in everyday, like simple how things should be done. So mutable signs tend to be very diplomatic, and mutable, really. If they have a strong opinion about something and someone else comes in with a louder, bolder, more assertive, more confident opinion, oftentimes they may just choose to not voice theirs or change who they're hanging out with and just kind of leave. Not only is Pisces a mutable sign, it is a water sign, and this kind of perpetuates the traits that the mutable signs already have. Very go with the flow, very kind of willy-nilly about the decisions that they make, and easygoing and laid back. That doesn't mean that there's not passion or enthusiasm or wants and dreams in there. They just really kind of get there in an organic, flowy way. Because water is strongly associated with emotions and our kind of internal world and spirituality and those more unseen, feely type things, a mutable water sign can kind of float between realities, like what they see as this is real over here, but I'm going to go over here because I don't like that, or I'm going to be so off in my own subconscious reality in a different world that this situation doesn't really matter here. But they are just these perceivers and seers of all these different wavelengths. They've got a lot of things coming in their perception at all times. So that often lends to the spaced out aspect of someone who is a water mutable sign, such as Pisces. Now, another layer to this is that Pisces home is the 12th house. The areas and aspects of our life that the 12th house rules is literally the subconscious, the kind of space between spaces, the dark right before the dawn, the untold mysteries and stories and things that we might know to be real but don't have a tangible boundary to define. Because it's the 12th house, it is the last house of the wheel, the zodiac wheel. It's the last sign. This also is part of a larger story that says Pisces has lived the life of all of the previously manifested zodiac signs. So it started as an Aries and it experienced being a Taurus and then a Gemini and all through Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, until it comes back as a Pisces. This rulership of the 12th house, in combination with the fact that it is a mutable water sign, is why you will often hear Pisces referred to as like this shapeshifter of different traits. They can be quite hard to identify as a Pisces because they are so adaptable and changeable in any given circumstance or moment to bring forward an archetype or an energy that they might have experienced previously. So if they're in a situation where they really need to stand their ground and all of the right buttons have been pushed for them to feel truly challenged, they might just call upon that Taurus energy and you're going to get a whole different human than you were expecting. Same thing goes for if you hurt a Pisces enough, they might really not let go of that and dive deep into this malicious intent, pulling upon some Scorpio traits of never letting you forget it. So this is the challenge and the gift of the Piscean archetype, and is also why it's extremely hard for astrologers or teachers to conceptualize and define what is and what is not Piscean. Not because they don't have distinctive qualities, but these distinctive qualities that they have unto themselves is what allows them to be so multifaceted. Old age, karma, limiting beliefs, death, expansive beliefs. It's really your belief structures, your spiritual structures, your thought patterns, your everything that makes you who you are that you cannot see, the untangible, this deep, vast ocean of existence that is not here on paper in front of you. It's not your hair, it's not your eyes, it's nothing this physical. It's your essence, your soul, I dare say. These three building blocks and aspects of Pisces, the mutable water sign and the ruler of the 12th house, if that's not enough for you, the traditional ruler of Pisces is Jupiter. Now, Jupiter in and of itself is a whole basket of this amplifying energy. Jupiter is this big magnifying glass on whatever it's near. So with Pisces, it's this encompassing ability. The rulership for Pisces is just to include it all. It's so integral, and it doesn't believe in this duality that I think a lot of the signs operate within. Pisces has this need to connect and bring together. I heard this beautiful analogy on the Astrology Podcast, which is one of the beautiful channels that I follow in order to get some of these insights. I will put the link to their channel below. They were talking about taking drops of water into the ocean. Once you put those little bits, all those individual drops of water into this vastness of the ocean, you won't be able to get that same drop of water back out of the ocean. It is this gravitational inclusivity of oneness. Now, in modern astrology, Jupiter is not the ruler of Pisces, I believe it's actually Neptune. I do go off of traditional astrology, so I'm not going to go too deep into Neptune, but if that were to help you kind of understand what Pisces is, by all means, go down that avenue. I choose to use the traditional rulers, which would be Jupiter. Now that we have defined the undefinable Pisces, let's do about 3 minutes visualization. Light some candles, burn incense, take this time for yourself. If you need to, feel free to pause the video and go deep into that self-reflection so you can feel it out. Get into the headspace of Pisces and kind of get a vibe and a direction that you want to work in and figure out your intention for this next lunar cycle. I will put up a pretty image, maybe of the ocean because it seems fitting with the large expanse of Pisces. Turn on some lovely music for you and see you back here shortly. Welcome back to the real world. So I want to give you guys a few different ideas of areas in your life to set some intentions if you feel like it. If your intentions that you just meditated on do not fall in these areas and you interpreted Piscean energy differently and it led you in a different direction, beautiful. Take it and run with it. Do not change. If you are happy with your intentions, do not change for me. I just wanted to offer up some of my ideas and insights around what you might want to work with. So the first area would be with your dreams. It is a wonderful time for dream interpretation or dream journaling. You can do a little bit of a meditation prior to sleep. Ask to get some beautiful insight from your subconscious or from the universe, and then journal your results. Another great area would be to do some closure type activities. So please don't think I'm encouraging you to call up every ex-boyfriend or girlfriend you've ever had and your old boss. But if there are some things in your life that you have felt are left undone, and you have some unfinished business. Piscean energy, being in the 12th house in the last zodiac sign, is a beautiful time to lay to rest some things that might be holding you back that you no longer need to hang on to. That being said, it goes for things like emotional and spiritual ties, things that are draining your energy, guilt around a certain situation, or anger towards an old person or an old friend for doing something. These things that are slowly wearing at you that kind of just don't go away. It's a great time to do a ceremoniously extravagant ritual around cutting ties. If you need to get a string and like actually cut something in order to visualize and embody the letting go of just a bunch of stuff you don't need, I would recommend. It's awesome to bring in those tangible tools and elements to kind of add some power to your intentions of really cutting the ties and cutting the BS. Another area would be in creative dream endeavors. So not only is it a good time to ask your subconscious for some guidance in the dream world, it's a great time to get creative. Any kind of projects. I would suggest maybe keeping them small and obtainable projects because it's very easy to dream big. Yeah, really go for the enjoyment in creating. So maybe that's a beautiful meal or a painting or whatever you really get joy and pleasure from. Pisces love to feel into the moment, and I think it's a beautiful way to use this time. Before we set some positive affirmations, I do want to point something out. People often view things like the zodiac wheel or the houses as these very abstract conceptual ideas, and they are in essence and in many ways, but they are also constellations and tangible coordinates in the actual night sky. During this Pisces time, give your subconscious and your conscious mind space to really go out there and ponder the different worlds, the different realities, the different possibilities. Give yourself some space to dream and to allow yourself to go boldly into those worlds that you might not have found time to do so prior. It's really letting yourself be in that awe-like state. It is positive affirmation time. We have set our clear intentions, we have reflected on our lives and ourselves, and have really become in tune with the Pisces energy. And we've got the hiccups. These positive affirmations will help remind us daily and in our everyday mundane lives of these truths, of these focuses, of these intentions that we are working with. So, depending on your intention, obviously your affirmations will be different than mine, but I will offer up several that might be options for you, or starting points that you can tweak your affirmations from. For myself, because I'm going to be working kind of with my dreams and journaling a little bit, one of my affirmations is going to be, I am open to receiving information from my guides. I like to leave it broad enough that I don't know who or what my guides might be, but if you're out there and you're here to positively guide me, bring it on. If you're wanting to do like creative endeavors, I am a channel for divine creativity. I have an endless source of creativity. I am free from unwanted emotional ties. I have released everything that no longer serves me. The universe is working in my favor. I am safe and I can go with the flow. I have the power to shape and change my own reality. A few tips for setting affirmations. It is always good to speak of them in the present tense as they are, as if they are already a reality for you. So instead of being like, I want to have a bunch of money, it is, I have a bunch of money, so much money that I have the ability to freely give. It's already a reality. You don't want to talk about something that's going to potentially come to pass. You want to talk about it like it's yours already. My second tip for setting positive affirmations would be to not only speak the affirmations and say the words, but feel the feelings, guys. These words and sentences and statements are meant to invoke an emotional response. And if you are invoking an emotional response as if it is already yours, what better way to make this a reality than to really feel into what it feels like to be free? If that involves visualizing birds, then visualize some damn birds. Feeling the emotional response and to sit in that space of this positive affirmation is the power behind manifestation. Believe that you are free. Feel that you are free. Understand that you have this creative juju flowing through your veins. Know that your subconscious is going to send you these wisdom-filled dreams. The power is in the belief itself. And I believe that that is a very, very, very Piscean lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed this new moon ritual working with the Pisces archetype. This is our second installment in our new moon series, and we will be doing a new moon ritual for every new moon in 2020. If you are interested in seeing those videos, then hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you can be notified when I post. I hope that your new moon ritual is filled to the brim with magical Piscean energy. Please remember that you can do absolutely anything because you are a badass. Hit that like button, guys, and I will see you again. Bye!